to sharing my screen with you all. Hold on. Okay, I'm going to go back to the home screen so that the new associates that just came into my econ can see how this works. This is your back office, everyone that is in my econ, all new associates. This is your back office. When you get a chance, go over with the person who enrolled you in the business. Is usually an eagle here at the top, but you want to make it your picture. Some people prefer to keep the eagle, but I believe you should want to keep it, make it your picture so that people can know that for one is your website that they've logged on to, and just to make it more personable and, you know, just warming to them when they log onto your website. So you want to log in. And this is your business management center. This is your back office. This is how it looks. And I want to let everyone know that when you sign up for my econ, what you get is our income shifting membership. And it is right here. They have included tabs in here. The green one is for to get started. That's so you want to go there when you first get join the opportunity. But tonight I'm going to go over with you the myCredit system. This is included because some people do get confused and they think that they have to pay extra for the myCredit system. This is included in the $34.95 a month that you pay. So for our business to be at a promotion rate of $9.95 is amazing. It is truly a blessing because the first thing at the beginning of the year, a lot of people goal is to repair their credit. A lot of people they want to become homeowners. They want to restart their insurance. They want to lower their interest rates on their car. They want to refinance their car or their home. And a lot of times the credit plays a major role in that so that they're not able to take advantage of lower interest rates. So the myCredit system being in our membership at $9.95 right now is truly a blessing. Our myCredit system gives you everything you need to repair your credit. No one, I always say, no one that's following me on social media should have bad credit because I've been doing credit repair now for over 10 years, but I've been with my econ for 4 years. And what made me get into this opportunity is because people will hire me to do their credit. And I noticed after I repaired their credit, they were coming back to me within a year or two. Because the first thing that they didn't do is understand and get educated on the power of understanding what credit can do for them. They just wanted to get credit so that they could go back into debt. As much as I tried to tell them, they didn't understand that. So when I found my econ, I was like, this is perfect because this gave them everything that I was trying to teach them. So this is the myCredit system. This empowers you and make you the so-called credit expert. We start off with the introduction video that you can start and everything. When I say this system is broken down so that a 10-year-old, right now our babies from kindergarten up into 12th grade are on Zoom and they're learning these computers with their teachers because some kids are learning from school, from home. And a 10-year-old can actually log into the system and follow the instructions step by step and repair someone's credit. That's how easy our marketing director, June Collier, has made it for us. Nothing in here is too hard or, you know, something that you can't understand. We give you modules, step-by-step instructions to obtain a great credit score. The first module is going to walk you through how to understand your credit. The second one is going to teach you how to pull your credit report. A lot of people do not know how to obtain their credit report. My econ has not only has a video in here, and all of our videos are less than 8 minutes. I think the longest one might be 8 minutes, but they have incorporated not only videos in here, but also the links so that you don't have to hop in and out of each website, that you can stay right here in your back office and click on the annualcreditreport.com. That website gives you your credit report for free. It gives you all 3 credit reports from all 3 major credit bureaus for free. You can pull this credit report once a year. I know due to COVID, in 2020, they were allowing people to pull it as often as possible. So I don't know if that cutoff date has stopped, but I do know that you can actually go in here and get your credit report once a year for free. This is amazing because, again, it gives you everything and it's accurate that's on your credit report. I know it's apps out there that you can just do a quick, pull up on your phone and they let you see 2 credit reports, but that's not going to do you any good. You need to understand what's on your credit on all 3 of your credit reports. That's Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax. myEcon has taken it a step further because not only do you need to know what's on your credit report, but you need to know your accurate credit score. A lot of apps, again, will give you a credit score, but they are not accurate. You need to know when you're applying for a home or for a car, or you're just trying to get credit from somewhere of a lender, that you need to know what the lender sees. You need to see what the lender, you need to understand what the lender is looking at. So myEcon has incorporated the best link to get your credit reports and credit score, the myFICO credit score. That is what lenders, when you're trying to become a homeowner, is actually looking at. So we have incorporated the link right in here for you. Again, you don't have to hop out of your website and go into another link. It's right here for you. We also explain to you in the videos what's the difference between your annual credit report and the myFICO credit report. We give you a free brochure to understand the power and what those 3 credit bureaus do with your information. So you want to download that when you become an associate. We also help you to understand the myFICO portal. So we don't only just give you the link and just leave you, trying to figure it out on your own. We help you. We made a video to help you understand what the myFICO portal does for you. So you want to click on these when you become an associate. This is a great tool. In our second module, we also offer you why it's important for your, I'm sorry, I should have clicked next at the bottom, forgive me. In our second lesson, we also show you understanding and reading your credit report, and we also teach you how to check for errors. So a lot of people say, well, I don't understand my credit report. I heard that a lot. So myEcon provides you videos and help you understand how to read your credit report. We give you the common credit reporting errors to help you understand what they mean. I heard a lot of people say, what's the difference between a collection or a judgment or something like that. So we help you understand your credit report. Also, we help you how to rank when you're about to dispute. Because sometimes some people feel like they can just, again, go on this little app that people download that gives them the inaccurate credit report, and they'll start disputing stuff online. That is the worst thing that you can do. When you dispute online, you're actually taking away your rights as a consumer, and you're making it harder for yourself to be able to dispute items with those credit bureaus at a later time. Sometimes when you dispute online, things will also come back on your credit report. So you never want to do that. We also provide you with a spreadsheet that gives you everything you need, again, to dispute your credit so you can keep it in order and stay, organized when you're trying to dispute your credit. Again, we teach you the difference between disputing online versus certified mail. It is very important that you do not dispute online. Please take the time out. I'm going to show you exactly what we provide you with the letters. You want to send those letters off certified mail. Certified mail might cost you $5, between $5 and $7, depending on what state you live in. But again, it's worth it. You're just sending certified mail off to 3 credit bureaus, and you don't have to do each letter for each separate account. It's going to be one letter to one credit bureau, listing all of your accounts that you want to dispute. And I'll show you that in a second. So please never dispute anything online. We also has incorporated the Fair Credit Reporting Act. So you want to read that so you can understand your rights as a consumer. A lot of times people feel like that the credit bureaus are ran by the government. They are not. All 3 credit bureaus are private entities, and they can be sued and they do be sued. They're always have lawsuits coming up against them because they do rights. I mean, they violate the rights of a lot of consumers. And when you don't know, like Scrolls said earlier, my people suffer from lack of knowledge. So we empower you with knowledge as a consumer so that you can understand your rights under the Fair Credit Reporting Act. The first thing that we're going to show you is how to freeze your secondary bureaus. This was amazing to me. I'm so happy my econ has incorporated this into this training, because most people who repair your credit, when you go to pay people to repair your credit, they are not doing this step right here. They do not do this step right here. I know they don't. So my econ, again, this is major, because these secondary bureaus, and it's 50 of them, they are the actual bureaus who report to the main 3 big bureaus. So the reason why you want to do this freeze is because if you freeze your secondary bureaus first, the 3 major bureaus cannot come back to you with letters saying that they have verified the debt belongs to you. And if they do, then they have to prove it. So we have incorporated every link that you need for those to do a freeze to those secondary bureaus. And the major one is the LexisNexis. This is one that a lot of lenders use when they are looking and pulling your credit report. So again, this is a huge bonus that my econ has blessed their associates with. All you have to do is click on the links. You don't have to leave out of your website. When I say our marketing director made it so easy for us to prepare our credit. You do not have to go and search for anything. All you have to do is click on the link, request a credit freeze. When they freeze your credit, that does not mean someone cannot pull your credit and look at your credit. It just means that you're freezing the secondary bureaus. They are going to, in turn, when you request a credit freeze, a security freeze, they are going to, in turn, send you a letter in the mail with a private pen. You want to keep that pen in a safe place, because when you are ready, when you get to that point where you're ready to get your credit pulled for something and go apply for something, you want to give yourself enough time to remove that freeze. So each link, when you click on it, it will show you what steps they take, but it usually does not take more than, I say, a couple of days for them to remove your credit freeze. So it's not hard. And you can place it right back up there. So this is not a hard process at all. If you know that you're going to be looking for a car, then give yourself enough time to go ahead and request for the freeze to be removed. And then once you get approved for your car, you want to get the freeze back up there. But a lot of times you do not have to remove the freeze. I give you a example. I had a client who was trying to get approved for a Navy Federal credit card, and she thought that she had got denied because I had put the freeze up there. And I told her, no, that's not correct, because they're not looking at the secondary bureaus. They actually pulled from the 3 main credit bureaus. And when we called Navy Federal on the 3-way, the lady had made a mistake and put the wrong income amount for her. She left a digit off. So that's very important. But when the lady re-entered her information in the correct way, she was approved for a $25,000 credit card. So again, this step is major. Not only do we provide you with the secondary bureaus to freeze, but this list of consumer reporting agencies, please, every associate, download this and save it to your computer. I can tell you, recently my son went to go cash his paycheck. He has a new job, and he went to go cash his paycheck. Walmart system kicked the paycheck out. I said, well, do you owe the bank? He was like, well, I can't remember if I do. So the bank that was on it was Bank of America. So I said, well, maybe you owe the bank. I said, maybe you owe a bank from years ago. I said, because that would get your check rejected. So he went to a check cashing place. Again, it kicked it out. I went right to this. This is amazing. I need everybody to download this, please. I went right to this. Inside of this little booklet, it shows us if you ever have a problem with when you have rental property, when you pay checks, if you ever had a problem with cashing a check. I was able to click on that link. I entered his information in. It showed me the places where he went to cash the check at. It gave me a number to call. They were like that he did not have any issues with his check. I told him, I said, just go to the check, that's the bank that's listed on the check, and they cashed his check for him. So again, something powerful and another great tool that myEcon has incorporated in this system. Second step with repairing your credit, we show you how to remove the negative payment history. So this is where your disputing process is going to start. Your payment history counts towards 35% of your credit report. That is major. Everyone needs to understand, if you have a credit card, you want to keep your payment history low, meaning you want to stay at least 10% or 10% or less with your credit card. You want to use your credit card, but you don't want to make your usage too high because it does affect your credit score. We give you the identity dispute letter. This is great because you want to clean up your credit. When you pull your credit report and you see those 30 old addresses up there, you want to clean that off. If you see employers up there that you don't work for, you want to clean those off. Anything that's inaccurate on your credit report, you do not want it to be just sitting there. I have seen where we did these dispute letters, these identity dispute letters, where we corrected someone's address, we updated their employer information. Maybe you want to leave it off, it's up to you. I know when you go look, you'll go and apply for something, when they see self-employed at the bottom of your credit report, that considers you a risk sometimes. So you want to be careful with removing your old jobs and just saying you self-employed, because now you might be considered a risk if you're trying to get a lender to loan you a great amount of money or something. But you also can correct any misspelling of your names. If you've been married before and you want that, and you're divorced and you want your name, your correct name shown on your credit report, this alone, I have seen people credit scores be increased by up to 20 extra points. So this is major. You want to clean up your credit, your information. The next thing is your inquiries. Some people right now are about to go and start shopping for cars. Every tax season, some people just want to get a new car, and we always see a lot of 30-day tags riding around in the city. Well, when they go to these car dealerships and they apply for their credit for their car, not only does that dealership go through one lender, they might go through 5 or 6 lenders. So when they look at their credit score, they see that it has dropped, especially with hard inquiries. They see that their credit score has went down a few points. So you want to remove those hard inquiries off of your credit report. We have the letter right here for you to do it. One letter each bureau. So if you have on your Experian, you see that you have 15 hard inquiries, just one letter, and you can list all 15 companies up there. So you don't have to send off 15 letters. Again, you just send it to the 3 major credit bureaus. Next thing we have up here is our dispute letter. And I'm going to try to pull that up for you guys. Give me a second. I want to let you see how it looks so that you can understand how powerful this dispute letter is, and the verbiage. I love that the verbiage, we do not have to try to figure out the verbiage on this dispute letter. It's already there for you, and you don't have to say, well, what do I supposed to say? Like, no, myEcon does not play that. We have these we have these letters in here for you pre-typed up, keeping you, ahead of the game and making it as easy as possible for you to dispute your credit. So I'm going to let you see how this letter looks. The directions is at the top of the letter, is highlighted in red. Let me make sure you can see my new share on my screen, because I opened up a different screen. This is the dispute letters, you guys. Again, the directions is right here at the top, telling you exactly what to send to the credit bureaus. It's telling you that you only send each letter, duplicate letter 3 times, addressed separately to each credit bureau. So 3 letters. You're not going to send an individual letter for each creditor. No, 3 letters. It shows you exactly what to send with those letters. I usually do an ID, and when you do a utility bill, they don't need to see how much you owe. They don't need to see that you about to be cut off. They don't want to see none of that. It needs to show the company's letterhead. They need to know that it's an official bill. They also need to show your address. You are sending these second documents in for verification of address, proof of address. So your ID, I encourage people to update your driver license. A lot of people have old addresses on their driver license. Take the time to update your driver license. You want your stuff to match because, again, there's so much identity theft going on. Every second, someone's identity is being stolen. There's no reason why no associate in myEcon does not have identity theft protection. That is major. So you want to send them a copy of your ID, also your social security card. And I say that because in the past, when I have just sent in a driver's license and a copy of a utility bill, then the credit bureaus, that takes 30 days. So then they send me a letter saying they need more proof of identity. That's a stall tactic. So to avoid all of that, so that they can't, keep sending you letters back and forth, 30 days here, 60 days here. No, we're going to send everything correct the first time. Make a copy of your driver license and your social. I usually use, if not a utility bill, I like to use people's car registration, but just make sure that it's an address that you live at that works. But here are a list of things that you can send in. Also, you do not want to dispute more than 20 items. Some people have maybe 30 items that they want to dispute, but you don't want to do more than 20 at a time. Everything in red is what we change. So here's the dispute letter. Everything in red is what we change. myEcon has made it so it's in Word document, so you don't have to say, okay, it's in PDF and I don't know what to do. No, it's in Word document. All you have to do is go in here and type your information in. It is easy breezy. When I say it takes me less than 5 minutes to send this letter out, the verbiage. Again, I talked about the verbiage that we give. Here is the credit bureau's address. That's already in your myEcon system. I'll show you that. I just click from screen to screen. I copy and paste for the credit bureau's address. It's listed in the myCredit system as well. This verbiage right here is very powerful because not only are we telling them that we want them, we're not saying that we don't owe the debt. This is what I need people to understand because I was confused when I first started credit repair. When I first got my letters and it said the items that I was disputing, I was like, hold on, I do owe that person. I don't want to send nothing out that's a lie. And I had to understand, we're not saying we don't owe this debt. What we are saying to the credit bureaus is, I want you to prove why I should pay you. I didn't take it out with Experian. I didn't go to Experian and take out a JCPenney card. So why are you collecting that debt? We're not saying that we don't owe the debt. What we're saying is you did not have our permission to put it on your credit report. What we're saying is, why are we paying a third-party company when we may walk into Zales and took the account and we opened their account with them? So why am I paying a third-party company? So again, we're not saying we don't owe the debt, but we want them to prove that we owe it. A lot of times your debt is sold to a third-party company. I cringe when I heard people say they paid a certain bill or and without even questioning it because they've seen it on their credit report. I'm not saying that you don't pay your debt because, again, you're supposed to pay your debt. The Bible says that the lenders are slave to the borrowers. So, and then you're supposed to not have debtors. So I'm not saying that you're not supposed to pay people when you owe them. What I'm saying is sometimes they try to collect more than what you actually owe. I may have had a $200 sales card, but this third-party creditor is trying to collect $800. Why? He may have bought the debt for a penny, if that. So again, you're protected from the Fair Credit Act legally, that you have a right to inquire about why they're trying to collect their debt from you. So you want to follow this, again, follow the instructions. Everything in red is what you can just take out. The name of the creditor, that's exactly the way that it's spelled on your credit report. You do not want to pick credit union if that's not what it says. A lot of times on your credit report, credit might be like that, and it might say Union or something like that. You want to pick exactly what's on that credit report. Do not give them any additional information. I know Equifax is huge for not providing you the account numbers. This is a tactic that they have, because if you provide the account number, you have now said, I owe the debt. So Equifax will have on their credit report X's all the way across. That is exactly what you need to put in that space. Do not go and look for the bill. Do not go and say, oh, I know I owe Cox Cable. Let me look up that account number. No, no, no. Again, Cox Cable did not call these people up and tell them, I want you to collect for me. These third-party companies bought a folder. They might have bought a file. They do not have the contract that you signed when you signed up for that company. So do not give them information that's not on your credit report. You want to make sure that you do one letter at a time. Each bureau, take your time, check your information. Again, whatever it says on the credit bureau, on that report, that is what you want to put here. Each credit bureau may have something spelled completely different. Some credit bureaus have credit union names spelled out. Some may not. Some may just have bank and then America, like America. That's Bank of America. But then Equifax might actually have it spelled out. So you want to make sure that each letter matches exactly what it has on the credit report. Right here on the end, when it says unverified account, you don't want to touch that because, again, we don't want to say, I owe on this and I paid. You don't want to say none of that. You just want them to verify that you owe the debt. Also, we want to keep up here that we want them to remove all non-account holding inquiries that's over 30 days old. So you don't have to do anything there. Everything in red is what you're going to change. You're going to put your name here, and you're going to wait to sign it because this has to be notarized. So you do not sign your letters until you get in front of an official notary. I am a notary, so everyone on my team that I help, I usually notarize their letters. I encourage you guys to get your notary license. But again, your bank would notarize it for you for free in most states. I know here in Virginia, our banks do it for us for free. So you don't want to sign anything, but everything in red is what you want to change. Our year has changed. So again, pay attention to that. Don't print the letters out with 2021 being up there. You do not have to print this out in color. It's up to you. There is a e-Oscar system that reads this. So that's why the font is changed. That's why we have bold in some places and, regular. But you can change the color. You don't have to. You can keep it in black and white. But that's just another tactic to get around that e-Oscar system. Also, right here, we only have six boxes for you to, but you can go in and just add, again, it says not more than 20. So you can go in and insert a column below and do as many as you need to. I like to stick with the 6. I don't do, unless I come across a person who has 20 something items that needs to be disputed, then I might go up to 10, but I like to keep it at 6 because, again, it shifts the words on the letter and might take you down to 3 pages. So I try to keep it at 2 pages minimum. So that's the letters, you guys. Again, very easy system. Am I going over my time, Terrence?
No.
Okay, thank you. Very easy system, you guys, to follow. Again, I love my econ for doing this because everything, when a person pays someone $500 or $600 to do their credit, it's right here. It's no excuse, but it's right here for you. We also provide you with different letters. So it's multiple letters that we offer you. We got the debt validation letter. That's going directly to the creditor. So around the time when people was getting unemployment and it seemed like these creditors knew that all these stimulus checks was going out, they wanted to start sending letters in the mail and attacking people's bank accounts and stuff. These letters that you get directly from the creditors, this is the letter that you want to send to them. This is the debt validation letter. Again, I need you to prove to me why I owe you this debt. So when you get those letters in the mail from the creditors, you can send this letter to them. A lot of creditors does purchase the whole account. I have a client who recently sent me, they showed that she signed everything, but it did not match the amount that they were trying to collect. So that was a bonus for her. But most times, 9 times out of 10, these third-party companies do not purchase the contract that you signed when you signed up to apply for that. So again, we ask them to send us proof of why we should pay them. We also have in here how to remove medical collections. Everyone needs to understand that you are protected by the HIPAA laws. They do not have your credit, your hospital bills. They do not have your medical reports. It is a violation of the HIPAA law. So a lot of times, medical collections can be disputed and removed with the first letter that I just showed you guys. You don't have to always send off this, but here's another powerful letter. If the creditors that's trying to collect those medical bills give you a hard time, then we do have medical letters in here that is directly towards hospital bills. This is your goodwill letter. This is a great letter to have because we all fell on hard times. I'm not gonna say everybody, but a lot of people fell on hard times during COVID. You know, it was a blow to some people. Some people got behind on things. So you went into those 30-day late payments or 60-day or 90-day late payments. But prior to COVID or just life in general, you were paying very good on your credit card bill, on your car payment. Well, you can send this letter to them, and it is a goodwill letter stating to your creditor, hey, I fell into hard times, or something went on that affected my finances. And prior to that, I was a good paying client. And out of goodwill, can you erase the late payments on my credit report? Because again, those 30-day late payments, 60-day and 90 days, they really hurt your score a lot. So you can send this letter off to your creditor and ask if they're willing to remove the late payments. And a lot of times they will. If you've been with them for a long time and they know, she was paying everything good or he was paying everything good, and they know you had a hard time or hardship, they don't mind removing that late payment, especially if you've gotten it caught up. Don't call and ask, don't send this letter off if you know you haven't gotten it caught up. But if you're back paying things on track and you're in good standing with them, then a lot of times they will honor this letter. This is, again, a great letter to help increase your credit score. The next letter that we offer you is a pay to delete letter. And this pay to delete letter is when you have say if you sent off your letters and they did send back to you that they can verify that you owe the debt, or it's something that you really don't want to dispute, but you just want to see if they're willing to delete the late history and stuff off your credit report, then you want to send this letter. It's when you make payment arrangements or you do a settlement. They say, hey, I get settled. I have gotten settlement letters in the mail before. You owe $600, but we're willing to let you settle for $150, or we're willing to let you settle for $200. Then this is the letter that you want to respond with. It's called pay to delete. Another thing is you want to understand, just because you pay a creditor or a debt collector off does not mean it's going to fall off your credit report. I've had a client who paid off over $80,000 worth of debt on his credit, and he stayed at a 530, and he was so upset. And I told him, just because you pay it does not mean they're going to delete it. So this is what this pay to delete letter is. When you contact them and when you do decide to set up a payment arrangement or a settlement, you want to get the name of the person you're talking to. You also want to get that settlement in writing, meaning you ask them, can I get an email stating that this is a verbal agreement that you're going to delete this from my credit report once I pay you. So please, you always want to have everything in writing. Ask them to send you an email that you guys have came to an agreement on the settlement, and that once you pay it, it will be deleted. Because I actually done a 3-way the other day with a client, and they told her, it usually deletes in a week or two. And I told her to ask them how. And it was like, oh, the credit bureau just drop it off. Not so. I told her to tell whoever she was talking to, she needed their name, their operating number, or their agent code or whatever. And also she needed an email from them saying that they would be deleted within so many days. So this letter is powerful. Next thing you want to do, this is also, so here's the addresses. Like I said, the addresses are right here in the back of your the myCredit system. So I usually just copy and paste when I'm doing my letters to send off for disputes. Okay, so here are all your letters. All of your letters are right here in module number 4, and your addresses. Okay, here in module number 5, we're going to show you how to lower your credit utilization. So again, another powerful thing, because your credit utilization is 30% of your credit score. So you want to, in this module, we're going to show you how to understand the power of lowering your credit utilization and how to boost your credit score, building, because now that you clean your credit up, you want to start building. So we teach you the power of becoming an authorized user. Again, right here, I love this. Right here in the back of in your myCredit system are the links. You don't have to go anywhere. Self is an app that everyone should download. It's called the Self. Self is a credit loan builder program. I give this to all of my clients once they get to the point where they're ready to start building their credit. It allows you to pick, what it will allow you to do is you can apply for a certain amount of credit from them, and it's like $200, and it's like a line of credit, but it will report as you make payments. So it's building your credit score. Credit Strong is another great one. We also offer some different secured credit cards in here. With this credit loan builder program, I still am a part of Laney Federal Credit Union. Most credit unions have loan credit builder programs, and I did theirs. Great program. Again, you just make a monthly payment and they're reporting to your the credit bureaus for you. We offer secured credit cards in here, certain ones that we suggest. Again, you can use them at your own discretion. You don't have to pick what we pick for you, but these are some of the ones that we, just suggested for you to use. Again, Self offers you a Visa secured credit card. With a secured credit card, you maybe put $200 up there, and you're going to use that strictly for gas and groceries. That is something that you're going to pay back on time. And as you use that little amount and you pay it back every pay period, or whenever they say pay it, then they're going to be reporting to the credit bureaus for you. So now you're in the process of building credit. I know a lot of people say, well, I don't like credit cards. No, you have to have credit history that you have to build on your credit. So don't be afraid of credit cards. Once you get this education, you don't have to be afraid of a credit card, because you're going to have the knowledge that you're going to use it wisely. Credit cards help build your credit. So you do want to have that. Another way to build your credit, if you are paying rent, we have the link right in here, how to build your credit paying your rent. You can actually click on this, and it will show you how you and your landlord can set something up where they are reporting your positive payment history to the credit bureaus, and this will boost your credit score. This is amazing. A lot of people that are renters did not know about this. You can add new trade lines to your credit. Also asking your parent credit card company, can they give you an increase? That will increase your credit score. Also, if you have any children and you have good credit, please put your child on your card as an authorized user. When you let someone become an authorized user on your card, they're not getting the actual card in their hand. They are just getting your payment history. So if you have good credit, this is one way that your child can walk across that stage at 18 years old, graduating from high school with a 750 credit score. Again, passing down generational wealth. If you know anyone who has good credit, then another way that you can build your credit is to ask them if you can become an authorized user on their credit card. That's called a trade line. I myself am pushing to get towards 850 credit score or 820 or whatever, so that I can start selling my trade lines, because I know people right now who are paying $1,500 to $2,000 for trade lines. That is another stream of income. So again, my econ puts you in a position. This company is a business inside of a business. So if you know anyone who has a trade line or have good credit, you can ask them if you can get on their trade line, meaning you don't have their credit card in your hand. You just will inherit their positive payment history, and that will increase your score a lot. I know a lot of people who spouses do it for each other, or grandparents have done it for their grandchildren. So it's a great way to, pass down generational wealth and help everyone get on their feet. This helps you understand hard inquiries versus soft inquiries. And I think, okay, so let me speed up a little. This is checking for credit myths. Again, you want to watch that video. It will explain to you and help you understand the different factors of the credit myths to help with your credit score. You want to learn how to check for disputes. If they do not respond to you, so when you mail your letter off, the credit bureau has 30 to 35 days to respond to you. Again, you want to make sure that you send it certified because you want to have your receipt in hand proving that you sent that letter off. You can also pay for to have it signed so that they have to sign once they receive that letter. But if you do not hear from the credit bureaus, and this is something that I have experienced a lot here during COVID, I was informed by a credit mentor of mine that they were given time just like every other company. So they were able to extend the 30-day process to up to 70 days. So if anyone who sent off letters during COVID did not hear anything from the credit bureaus, they were given rights just like any other business that was out there suffering for lack of employment, having people on the job or whatever. They took advantage of it too. And they was given the opportunity to not respond within those 30 days. But I think all of that has cleared. And now they have to respond in 30 days because I'm starting to get a lot of letters back. A lot of clients is telling me that they're getting letters in now. So if you do not hear from them within 35 days, you have a right as a consumer under the Fair Credit Act to send this 30-day no response letter. Again, myEcon has put this letter in here for you, so you don't have to try to figure out the verbiage. It's already typed up. All you have to do is put your name at the top, address, and sign it and print it out. So again, you do not have to try to figure out the verbiage for none of the stuff that you want to say to the credit bureaus. We got you. What to do when disputes are not removed. Watch this video and that will explain it to you. We are protected by the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. This is a bureau that a lot of people call. You can call, but here in myEcon, we give you a link where you can just click the link and file a complaint. When these credit bureaus violate your laws as a consumer or your rights as a consumer, and they violate the Fair Credit Act laws, you can actually file a complaint. People are collecting thousands and thousands of dollars from filing complaints against these credit bureaus. They sue them on a daily basis. People sue the creditors because I used to work in a cafeteria for one, portfolio recovery. They are sued all the time. I have seen where they walked out executive, vice presidents. They have fired people because of mistakes that their debt collectors have made on the phone, trying to collect that money from someone, and they got a lawsuit against them. I never forget, I had to cater a lunch. They had flew in their investors from around the world because they had an $80,000 lawsuit against them. When I say they was in panic, I seen 6 executives get fired that day. They walked them out of the building. So you have a right to file a complaint with the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. Do not take this lightly, you guys. It's good that we have this in here. When you're trying to dispute something and they are violating all your rights, please file that complaint. Here, you have a right to file an identity claim. Again, a lot of people suffer from identity theft on their credit report. You don't have to go and search another website. myEcon has blessed you with the link right here. So take your time and go through this. Here's your method of verification so that you can look that up. But take your time and realize the jewel that you have in this system. June Collier did a phenomenal job pinning everything together for you so that you can have great credit. I, for one, uses the system all the time. It helped me delete 13 items off of my credit report within 31 days. I just had a young lady, she removed a lot of items off of her credit report. My score shot up 121 some points in 31 days. So it works. This system works. You just got to use it. We sell this system as a standalone product, another way of us making money in the business. If someone does not want to join the opportunity and they say, well, hey, I just want to get my credit fixed, they are more than welcome to purchase this standalone product and you make commission off of it. You also can take this and start your own credit repair business. So, but I would personally tell you to just stick with selling it in the myEcon system. Credit repair business is very tedious and it's a lot of work. When I talk to someone, my goal is to get them educated. myEcon believes in educating and empowering people, and that's what made me love this company. I would rather for you to do it yourself, learn how to do it so that you can pass the knowledge along to your family. You also can use it to help people in your family repair their credit. So I really am big on trying to get someone to get the do-it-yourself myEcon system instead of me repairing their credit. I love this system. I'm done. That's the end of my presentation. I don't know if anyone has any questions.
Tiniki.